Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy solstice weekend. I wanted to do this video on affirmations because that seems to be quite a buzzword in our community, in the spiritual community, metaphysical community, the new age community, the holistic community. Affirmations, affirmations, affirmations. And there's tons of videos that you can listen to where you listen to other people's affirmations that they've made for you. And that's totally okay. Again, not shaming, not slamming anybody who makes affirmation videos out there. But I want to do a quick video to show you how to make affirmations for you that actually work for you. I was thirsty. So, first, it's important that we understand what does it mean to affirm something. Okay, so let's take a look at the definition of affirm. Affirm means to state as a fact, to assert strongly and publicly. Okay? To affirm can also mean to offer emotional support and encouragement. Okay? So, to really, really utilize affirmations, you have to be honest about them. You have to be honest when you're using them. You have to really feel them. You have to really be embodied in that energy. Like, that's why I feel like it's really hard for a lot of people to use affirmations or listen to other people's affirmations. Some people are really receptive because I think they like the words of affirmation. Like, that might be a love language for them. So maybe listening to other people's affirmations does help from time to time because it helps to hear those words of encouragement, but we're not taught enough to hold space for ourselves, to listen to ourselves, to talk to ourselves, like really talk to ourselves, okay? And that's why a lot of times we don't notice a lot of the internal dialogue going on that's not healthful and helpful to and for us, okay? So that's why sometimes affirmations that are made by other people don't always work, is because one, we're not really feeling it. Two, because we're not really assessing how we feel. We're not holding space for ourselves to figure that out. And we're just hoping that by listening to somebody else tell us nice things, that we're going to just feel better. And that's part of it. Like I said, it's nice to hear beautiful things and encouraging things from other people. But if you don't believe it, if you're not working on that dialogue with yourself too, then listening to other people's words can only go so far. The definition of affirmation is the action or process of affirming. It takes action steps. An affirmation is it's an effort on your part. It's an effort on your part to be emotionally supportive and encouraging, to state how you feel honestly, to really work on how you want to feel. Let me just see if there's anything else I see. Oh, yeah. And see, affirmation also means emotional support and encouragement. So it's an act of that, it's an effort. So affirmations really and truly should be worked on and created by you for yourself. Okay? Again, nothing wrong with listening to them once in a while. But when we see that an affirmation is actually an action step towards being honest with how we feel, what's not working, what would work, how we'd feel if we were supporting ourselves more, and what needs to change. If we created our own affirmations around that, I feel like positive changes can happen, and they do when you create your own affirmations. This is something that I use even when I'm doing EFT with clients, is I've tweaked the process of EFT a little bit in accordance with this process, is that I like to know how my clients are feeling. I like to know how they'd rather be feeling, what they'd feel if they were able to shift that negative emotion or that negative thought or phobia or whatever we're working on, so we can actually create a statement that's in alignment with that authentic feeling and thought process they're going through. Not me just creating an EFT statement or an affirmation for them that they may not resonate with. They may not really feel it. They may not align with it because they're not there yet. So it's important to meet yourself where you're at and create affirmations to help you baby step your way up that ladder mentally and emotionally, physically, spiritually, soulfully. Okay? So it's important, like I said, that you, and yes, I'm looking at my notes because I want to make sure I stay on track. Um, it's important that you address what you're feeling now and like what you'd like to give support to. Because again, affirmations are supportive, it's supportive verbiage. Words are powerful, words cast spells, words create things. Okay? So it's important when writing your own affirmation that you address what it is that you're feeling now that you'd like to give support to. So, are you dealing with anger? Are you dealing with depression? Are you dealing with abundance blocks? Like, are you feeling really blocked in your ability to manifest wealth or prosperity? Or are you feeling really creatively stopped up? Like, are you feeling unwell? Are you feeling frustrated? What's going on? You know, it could even be something physical. Like I said, are you feeling unwell? Or are you feeling achy? Are you having insomnia? Are you having an issue forgiving yourself or somebody else or a situation even? Really focus on what needs your support right now. Get honest about that. What do you need support in? What do you want to focus on? What are you actually feeling and dealing with right now? Because you can't create successful affirmations without being real. You know, it's not as easy as just sitting there going like abundance flows to me effortlessly. And I've used that as an example for years now. But the word abundance, right, for instance, means plenty of. So what you're just saying is plenty flows to me effortlessly, but what does that mean? You know, what does that mean to you? It could mean plenty of frustration. You know, it could also mean just plenty of time, you know, whatever. But if you also don't feel it, like if you're just saying it because you think, oh, the more I say it, the more it will come into be, like, no. Because if you don't feel it, if you don't align with it, if you're not honest about it, if you really don't believe it, it's not going to happen. Like, that's why when we have negative inner dialogue, a lot of us cling to this negative inner dialogue, okay? And it manifests because we're emotionally attached to it. We're emotionally charged by it. We actually believe in it, even though it's negative. So that's why it does manifest, because that's how powerful you are as a word sorcerer, wizard, witch, whatever you want to call yourself, as a creative, you know? When you're constantly clinging to those negatively charged thoughts and feelings about yourself, you are going to create that. You know, like let's say for example, you're constantly saying you're awkward. Now, I know that seems harmless, but let's look up the definition of awkward, okay? Hold on. The definition of awkward is causing difficulty, hard to do or deal with, causing or feeling embarrassment or like an inconvenience. What? So you think just because you might be a little shy or you don't, I guess, have the same social niceties as other people, or like whatever your thing is about you, you're saying, oh, I'm just so awkward. But what you're actually casting on yourself is this spell that says you're difficult, you're hard to deal with, you're an embarrassment, you're an inconvenience. So what happens? You embarrass yourself. You might stutter. You might trip over something. You might blank out in conversation. You might get red in the face when people are talking to you. You might mess up something that normally, if you weren't just constantly thinking, oh, I'm so awkward, you would have rocked it, right? But because it's an emotional charge, you actually believe in that negative more than that positive about you. It works. You're stating affirmations that are in alignment with some truth because you do believe that you're awkward. You believe that you're embarrassing. You believe all these things about yourself that are negative, you know? So you have to show yourself, first of all, what you're actually feeling. You know, be honest and raw about the stuff that you're really feeling and kind of giving a lot of weight to that isn't helping you, but yet you're still feeling it. And start to see the good in yourself too. Like, start to see the good points to you and life as well, you know? And then next, when you really assess that, ask yourself, how would supporting myself through this emotion, through this negative belief, this limiting belief, etc., how would supporting myself, loving myself, make me feel? What would I be feeling instead? What would I be focusing on instead if I wasn't feeling this way, if I wasn't constantly giving more weight to this? And see what comes up for you. Sometimes it'll be something as simple as like, I'd be at peace. So then you want to create an affirmation around that. With that same emotional charge, that very authentic emotional charge, create an affirmation around that peace. That is your words, authentically you. Okay? I'd feel at peace if I wasn't feeling like this. Okay, so what's catering to this? What is catering to your dis-ease? Right? Create an affirmation that tells you you can change that. Because you can. Because if you've put all the thought and the emotion and the effort into feeling dis-ease all the time, you can absolutely direct your loyalty to the opposite. Okay? You could even state something as, I'm loyal to peace now. Or I am no longer loyal to dis-ease. I choose peace now. You know? And because it has that emotional charge behind it, it is more effective. It's more powerful because you're actually embodying and being present with and holding space for what you're actually feeling, what you've been actually dealing with, rather than just turning on some affirmation video or regurgitating something you read in a book and not actually connecting with how you feel. Okay? So, you know, the whole point of this is like, speak life into yourself daily, in thought, in word, in deed. Hold space for yourself. Even when you're not at your best, speak life into yourself. Life has its ups and downs, but it's still alive. And so are you. Okay? Observe your daily thoughts, your words, your actions, and check in. You know? Check in. You can make a different affirmation every single day because what you're doing is you're retraining the thought process. You are rewriting the narrative. Okay? You are flipping the script. Okay? So you have to go into your thoughts, your words, your actions, and ask yourself, are these helpful? Are these healthful? Are they true? Like, are they truly me? Are they supportive of the true me? Or this me I've created to survive? Okay? So I hope this helps you. I hope this makes sense. If you have any questions whatsoever on creating your own affirmations like this, please comment below. I do not mind helping you at all. If you need help working through this, I do offer tarot coaching sessions where I do coaching with tarot. I use the archetypes of tarot, the symbolism of tarot to help coach you through various issues holistically. I use tarot holistically to help you in psyche, heart, and soul. So if you need any kind of support, reach out to me at jpspiritualfitness@gmail.com. We can work through this. If you just have questions, please feel free to comment below or email me as well if you just have questions. I love y'all, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye.